Well, all right.
Welcome back to As It Should Be. Paul Bertolino here, and we have Crystal Durant, Tommy Von Voigt on hand as well, and well, we're fully into the '60s, man. We are into the '60s. It's 1961 now, and we're gonna count down our top 10 favorite singles of 1961.
Paul, before you get started, I wanted to... Are these the same blueberries I was eating last week?
Well, I was shaking some preservatives on them. They're doing good.
They've held up fantastically.
They have fantastically.
Anyway, as you were.
Yeah. I don't know. How does that work? It's like magic.
Well, we have blueberries every week for the last 3 weeks now.
Here at
4 weeks in a row.
World famous As It Should Be studio.
It's amazing.
Tommy loves the blueberries. So
all right.
Paul keeps them in the refrigerator.
I keep them. Well, I just keep them right here, and they're fine. It's good. But so my top 10 list. Let's get into the list, shall we? Yeah. Let's get into the list. I don't have any runners up for 1961. Strangely, because this is a pretty strong year. But number 10, I have "Pocket Full of Rainbows" by Dean Hawley, which. Do you guys know that song?
No, I don't actually know that one.
I got a pocket full of rainbows. And well, anyway, I only recently discovered this version. This originally was done by Elvis on the GI Blues soundtrack, but I knew the song before this because in 1966, after Jan Berry got in his accident, Dean Torrance tried to make a Jan and Dean album called "Save for a Rainy Day," and he did a version of the song that's really great. And I just recently heard this version, which, what do I have written here? Yeah, I don't know, whatever. It's a really great version. It's pretty similar to the one that they did for Jan and Dean, but definitely better than the Elvis version.
Is he an American guy?
That I don't know. That I'm not sure of.
Okay.
But anyway, so yeah, just go to YouTube and look up "Pocket Full of Rainbows" by Dean Hawley, or the Jan and Dean version. That's a great version. But number 9 is a song everybody's gonna know, "Calendar Girl" by Neil Sedaka.
Yeah.
The best ever.
Now, I have a little bit of a struggle with this song. It's on my list. I love Neil. I love the song, but I have a little bit of a struggle with this song because in 1978, this was a Purina Cat Chow commercial.
Yes.
I love my calendar cat.
Was it really?
Yeah.
January. Meow 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 meow
chow.
chow 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 chow. Yes.
No.
So I'm 8, and I'm hearing this every fucking day, like 5 times a day, and I'm 8. It makes it a little trouble. It's a little rough, but it's a great song. Number 8 is "Stand By Me" by Ben E. King. Yeah. Now, great track. I have a little trouble with this one too because I was an usher at a theater when the Stand By Me film came out.
Oh my God, I love that film.
So I heard that 100 times a day.
Oh.
Every day.
Oh, oh my God, that film though. Oh my God.
Yeah, but
is that why it's only number 8? You said
that could be why it's only number 8. I think it got docked for being played out, but I mean, even with that, it's a fucking great song.
It's kind of unforgivable for that to be only number 8, but we'll table that.
But it's on the
now.
list.
Okay.
Even played out though, it's on my list.
For now.
All right.
So you gotta go with that. Number 7, the very first Beach Boys single, "Surfin'." Now, I really love this track because it sounds like a wonky lo-fi home demo. Have you ever heard this?
It kind of is.
Yeah,
And that's one of the things I really love about this song. It just has this really just sort of early, rough and ready. They sound like kids. I feel like their voices must have changed like 6 months later or whatever. Like they sound like kids on this.
Well, it's also, I mean, it's a doo-wop song about surfing, which is kind of an amusing thing, really.
Well, apparently, Brian, who was in high school at the time, he submitted that song into his music class and got an F.
What?
This was before it became a hit.
Wow.
Holy shit.
Yeah. But
not just this is not good, but an F.
He got a fucking F. And Brian plays drums on the track. Dennis wasn't there that day.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. But number 6, probably arguably the most badass song of the year, "The Wanderer" by Dion. I mean, that's swagger personified.
It's a punk rock song.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. And now, but this is also I wrote here, released November 61, charted December 61. I don't know why I wrote that. Okay. Anyway, I was wondering if there was something that I had to put in there. But anyway, so number five is Moon River by Henry Mancini.
Yes.
Yeah, now I prefer this version over the Andy Williams version. And I think it's also a big part of that is because it's connected to the film. And so, yeah, and this is just one of those songs, another one of those songs kind of like edit. Edit. That's gonna be there.
You have to leave this in.
Take two. That's another one of those songs, kind of like the fucking song from a Summer Place, theme from a Summer Place, where it's kind of like, if I could go back in time, this would be wafting through the air.
I get you.
Yeah. So number 4, Mama Said by the Shirelles. Mama said there'd be days like this.
There'd be days like this.
I don't really have anything particular to say about that one. I just like that track. And number 3, Walk Right Back by the Everly Brothers. Yeah, there's a lot, I'm actually getting quite a lot of Everly Brothers on this list now that I
think you gave us a heads up that was going to be happening, though.
Yeah, but actually I have a really great something written here. I'm going to read this. Now, this was written by Sonny Curtis of the Crickets, who also wrote the Mary Tyler Moore theme. Now, when Jesus Christ, take two.
I think that these blueberries have turned.
They got
you all
no, my
delirious.
problem is I'm not eating the blueberries.
That's not what it is.
So when Buddy died, Sonny took over as frontman for the band. But he was drafted almost immediately into the Army afterwards, and he had, on a 3-day pass, he met up with Cricket's drummer, who was playing with the Everly Brothers at the time. So he showed them the song, and they went for it, right? And they recorded it over the weekend, and yeah. Now, he also wrote I Fought the Law and I Love You More Than I Can Say.
Wow.
Whoa, whoa, hey, hey.
I love you more than I can say. Yeah.
Really?
Huh.
But for me, most importantly, he did the Mary Tyler Moore theme. That's him. Not only did he write it, but that's him singing it.
Yeah, that's right.
Anyway, so number 2, Runaway by Del Shannon. Yeah, I love that spooky organ solo.
Farfisa.
Yeah. It's not a farfisa.
It's not?
It's some kind of weird keyboard that...
Yeah, it's its own sound.
Yeah, what was a melodic? No, it's a weird keyboard. It's not what you think it is, but it's like this really unique oddball keyboard.
Oh, I know
thing.
who I can call. Steve the mental patient. He'll know.
Yes, he would know. And lots and lots and lots of reverb. But my number one, as it should be, Gypsy Woman by the Impressions. Yeah. This is the very first Impressions single after Jerry Butler left and Curtis Mayfield basically took over. Now, this came out in 61, but later they had their first album in 63, and it's on that as well. And I don't know why that is, but it's just such a great song that people still loved it in 63, I guess. I don't know.
It's a great song. That's a good list.
Yes. So I just miraculously remembered it was called a Musitron. I absolutely did not look that up just now to remind myself, and then we edited that out. That's not what happened.
No, not at all.
But it was a Musitron on Runaway by Del Shannon. It was the keyboardist invented it. I brain so good.
Smart.
I have best brain. Okay, so back to...
I brain so good.
My brain's so good. The goodest brain. Okay, so 1961 was a hell of a year. Oh my God. So I have a few honorable mentions that I could have just left them out. These are songs that are just so good that I could have done a top 20 this year. So my honorable mentions: 2 songs by the Tokens, "Tonight I Fell in Love" and "When I Go to Sleep at Night." 2 songs by Gary U.S. Bonds, "School Is Out" and "Dear Lady Twist." Bobby Lewis with "Tossin' and Turnin'" and "Let's Go Trippin'," Dick Dale and the Deltones. Which a lot of people look at that one as kind of like the first big surf song. Even though I had the Ventures track last year in last week's episode. But Let's Go Trippin', a lot of people look at that one as like that. Okay, now this kicked the door open for surf. But as for my top 10 for 1961, so I did promise, I threatened,
We did not doubt you.
I was clear that I was going to be coming at you with doo-wop until I was physically restrained from doing so.
Correct.
So number 10, the Jarmels with "A Little Bit of Soap."
little bit of
Oh
soap.
my
yes.
god. Oh my god.
A little bit of soap
and some
will
water.
wash away. Yeah, oh my god, so good.
Wow, okay.
And then coming at you with number 9, the Dovells with Bristol Stomp.
Oh,
the Bristol
yeah. Gee, they're from Philadelphia, you know that?
Yeah. Number 8. I'm also getting some Motown in the charts now. We got the Marvelettes with Please Mr. Postman.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Classic.
Absolutely. Number 7, we got Curtis Lee with Pretty Little Angel Eyes. Pretty Little Angel Eyes. Pretty Little Angel Eyes. Yep.
Okay.
We got number 6, Del Shannon with Runaway.
Yeah.
Number 5, we'd mentioned this guy before. It was not mentioned in a positive light, but it was said at the same time that was kind of an exception to the rule, and in general, you gotta have love. For Harry Belafonte, jumping the line, Shake Senora, coming in at number 5. Yes.
Okay, I'm fine with it.
And at least Harry finally gets his due.
I'm glad she's fine with it.
I'm
Otherwise,
fine with
my
it.
ass is...
It's good.
Otherwise, you'd have to take it off your list.
It's good. Yeah.
So I got number 4. I had 2 of his songs in my honorable mentions. That's how much I love this guy's stuff. 2:45, Gary U.S. Bonds. Gotta have it. Number 3, lest you thought I was kidding about doo-wop, we got the Marcells with Blue Moon.
Damn, you're like... I think you have more doo-wop on this than you have in your 50s
Those
list.
other ones.
Well, your list is longer.
Well, that's the thing. The doo-wop, I mean, was so strong at the very end of the 50s, and it bled over into the 60s, and there was just some absolutely crucial doo-wop tracks that came out in the early 60s that I'm going to have to get in here. Number 2, we've got Tokens with The Lion Sleeps Tonight. Now, I'm seeing the reactions to both of them that they just made. I have a prediction. We haven't gotten to our worst of the years yet. I suspect there might be a possibility they might be coming for me. But number 2...
I will confirm now that it is not on my list, and I'm going to actually say that that's one of those songs that I think actually is great. I think it's a great track. I'm just like, oh.
Oh no, I get it.
Yeah, that's really what it is. That's really
yeah.
What it is.
It's been beaten to death and then beyond, and then resurrected and then beaten to death again. But,
Again, yeah.
But it's just that good that still has not. I'm still not burnt out on it. But that being said, there is one more song on my list, my number 1, that beats out "The Lion Sleeps Tonight" by the Tokens, and it is as we talked about in previous episodes. Sometimes when you see a certain song in a certain year, you just know. And that would be "Stand By Me," Ben E. King. I know how you feel about it. I know it only made number 8 on your list. "Stand By Me," oh my God. Now, for me, I was introduced to that song by the movie.
By who?
By the movie.
By the movie, well, of course.
That's a movie I loved. I mean, that movie is beaten only by The Goonies for my favorite movie of all time, I think, possibly. At least it sure was when I was a kid, and I watched it a million times, plus one, and I could just never get tired of it. And that song, for whatever reason, it just takes me to a certain place that I sure love going to. And, and of course, Ben E. King, I mean, my God, the voice. But, yeah, "Stand By Me," number 1 of 1961, and nothing else came even remotely close.
All right.
I can dig it, man.
Good list. What happened?
Nothing. We're just here in world famous As It Should Be Studios.
All right.
Eating very fresh blueberries.
Oh, you guys and the blueberries.
4-week-old blueberries.
All right, this is 1961. Here is my top 10 list. Coming in at number 10, "Where the Boys Are."
Oh, yes.
Connie Francis.
Man, Connie rules.
I love me some Connie
for you.
Francis. And this is probably the best. I love this even better than the other one.
I'm right there with you with Connie Francis.
It's so great.
Mm-hmm.
The way it's recorded and everything, it's so...
And it's a Neil Sedaka song.
Yes.
Her recordings, if I may, are another example of when we were talking about in a previous episode where the limitations of the technology what they were doing, the way they recorded it, it just created this kind of magical vibe.
Yes.
There's a vibe in those Connie Francis records that is just unbelievable.
Exactly.
It's enchanting.
It's so good. Yes, enchanting is perfect. My number 9 song is The Bristol Stomp by the Dovells.
Oh, wow.
And a little bit of trivia here. Philadelphia is the city of my birth. And the Dovells are from Philadelphia. And the Bristol Stomp is about Bristol, Pennsylvania, which is a suburb of Philadelphia. So there you go. My number 8 song is Runaway by Del Shannon. And my number 7 is Angel Baby by Rosie and the Originals. My angel baby, ooh, I love you. It's so good.
Yep.
So good. Another great doo-wop song. My number 6 is Spanish Harlem by Ben E. King.
Oh, yeah. Benny King getting lots of well-deserved love.
You just can't deny him. My number 5, Run Around Sue by Dion. My number 4, Will You Still Love Me Tomorrow by the Shirelles.
we have half the same list here.
My number 3, Tossin' and Turnin' by Bobby Lewis.
Oh, that was one of my honorable mentions. Yeah.
And tied with Let's Twist Again by Chubby Checker. I think those two are great back to back. My number 2, Please Mr. Postman by the Marvelettes.
Yes.
And I Fall to Pieces by Patsy Cline.
Oh,
Nice.
yeah.
Now, just so people know, we did not cheat off each other. We did not look at each other's
we do
tests
these
or anything.
separately from at home. Don't know until we get here.
But there were just certain songs in 1961 that were just so undeniable they managed to get on every one of our lists.
Right.
Yeah.
So.
And my number 1 is a 3-way tie. And the first one is Hit the Road Jack by Ray Charles. I mean, what the fuck? Yeah. So great.
You can't deny it.
Also tied with Shop Around by the Miracles.
Oh, shit.
Because you can't. It's the Miracles.
It's smoky.
Also tied with Calendar Girl by Neil Sedaka.
See how she gets all, like more songs on her list.
But I couldn't.
Yeah.
I couldn't decide those, but those are all 3 number 1.
That's
Yeah, they're
all
all
23
number
of
one.
Crystal's top 10
They're
songs.
all number 1. And I have to say, my absolute favorite out of the 3 of these. Oh man, it's kind of hard. Well, I love Calendar Girl. And I've talked with you about this before. It was during the pandemic, maybe the 3rd or 4th month into it, and I'm just randomly listening to songs on my whatever, and Calendar Girl came up. And I listened to it, no joke, like 50 times in a row, just on repeat. That is one of the most brilliant songs ever written in musical history, Neil Sedaka. It is of its time. It's just absolute perfection. And the way that it's recorded, his voice, and the whole concept of it. Like, I love women, and I love this girl all year. And then mentioning the holidays and all that stuff. I actually wrote a treatise about it.
No, the Crystal Treatise.
Crystal Treatise? We haven't gotten a Crystal Treatise yet.
I wrote a whole treatise about it, and I posted it on Faceplace or something. I might still have it written somewhere. But I love that song. And when I posted about it, I got like 500 responses to that. And people I never would have thought even knew the song. Oh my God, I love that song. It's so great. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, it was over like one of the most popular posts I ever put on Faceplace. It was so good.
So Neil, you're watching this. I know you're watching this. Yeah. Congratulations, you finally made it.
Can we get him on the show?
Oh, I'm sure we can.
We're going to try to get Neil Sedaka on the show, so stay tuned for that.
Neil Sedaka here. Okay, so now we're going to discuss the songs that we like least from 1961, or the songs that we hate. Take your pick. And well, I have 2 on my list. Okay, my runner-up is a song by the Crickets. It's a post, the period that I talked about right after Buddy Holly died, and well, this is a song called "He's Old Enough to Know Better." Do you guys know this track?
No, I don't.
Old enough to know.
It's really just this awful kind of sort of macho, like, if he looks at my girlfriend again, I'm going to hit him kind of stuff. It's like this sort of, kind of stuff.
Nonsense.
And it's just really, like that kind of stuff. Well, anyway, my least favorite is I Like It Like That by Chris Kenner. A name of the places I like it like.
God, that's a terrible song. That's
I
awful.
hate that song.
Yeah.
I really hate that song. And honestly, as much as I don't like that version, I hate the Dave Clark 5 version even more.
It's just not a good song.
Yeah. It's not a life-changing, least favorite for this year, but I do hate the song.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so my least favorite, I do not have any dishonorable mentions. Surprisingly, because there were some real stinkers that were released in 1961, but my least favorite song by far, what the hell was going on with the skiffle craze in the late 50s and the early 60s in England? I mean, what the hell were we doing here? What the hell was this?
Don't look at me.
It's sort of like it's that period's version of punk, the anybody can do it thing.
Yeah, but they shouldn't have. So my least favorite of 1961, Does Your Chewing Gum Lose Its Flavor, on the bedpost overnight
yes.
by Lonnie Donegan and his skiffle group.
I forgot about that.
You know
Good
what?
for you. I'm happy
No.
for you.
You know what?
I'm
I
jealous.
hereby officially change mine. I forgot about that fucking shit.
Yeah.
I Like It Like That is number 2. I'm with you.
Thank you. Good Lord. Yeah.
I'm totally with you.
Yeah. Lonnie Donegan. No, man, you gotta go.
See, to me that sounds like it's a country and western song.
No, it's skiffle.
It's a shit song.
Skiffle. Yeah, it's a pile of shit is what it is.
It's shit. But
It's,
it just, I guess the vocal, it just makes me think.
It's this weird thing in the late 50s and early 60s. If you're not familiar with skiffle, it was like they were saying, it's a thing where anyone could do it. It was like a folksy kind of thing, but like up tempo, made with like I think they would have like wash tub bass and
Paul McCartney could tell you a lot about
I'm
skiffle.
sure he can tell you all about skiffle.
He owes his whole career to that.
Skiffle,
Yeah, but he moved on past it quickly. But does your chewing gum lose its flavor on the bedpost overnight? Ugh.
Wow, that's pretty fucking
Christ,
bad.
no.
All right. I have 2 songs that tie for the worst. And the first one is Ya Ya by Lee Dorsey.
Yeah, that one's pretty shitty.
Sitting in my
I'm waiting for my ya ya. Blah, 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 blah. And
Sitting here, ya
waiting for my ya. And I love Lee Dorsey. He's written some amazing songs. This is not one of them. And then the other one is The Lion Sleeps Tonight.
No!
Didn't see that coming. Did not see that coming.
I can't stand that song. I hate it. But I will say this. If I'm somewhere and it comes on, it is the genius of the song that no matter what, you're gonna start singing it.
Yes, you will.
You can't not sing that song. And it doesn't matter what part, whether the Weem Away or the ooh doo doo doo. It doesn't matter. It is so in all of our brains for whatever reason that you can't not sing it. So you just I hate this song, In the Jungle, the Mighty Jungle. And then you're like, shit!
Just let that shit into your heart, Crystal.
I can't.
It'll warm you.
No!
I wish that song wasn't so overdone, because I actually kind of would really to like it.
Yeah.
But I can't. And sometimes you can get past that and like things anyway.
Sometimes,
And other things you just can't
Sometimes
get
you
past.
can.
And that's one that I hit the wall.
I freely admit it's like I said, it's beyond beaten to death. It truly is, and I know it is, but I just love it so much
And
anyway.
not even that it's overplayed on the radio or it's been in a movie soundtrack or whatever. For me, it is one of the most egregious karaoke songs.
Oh, God. Yeah, I can only imagine.
Because everybody thinks that they can sing it, and then everybody just goes apeshit with the chorus, and it doesn't even matter anymore because they're all trying to out-yodel each other.
Right.
So bad. It's a terrible jukebox song as well as karaoke song. And I will say that that's personal to me because, in 1983, when my friends and I were drinking at McGlinchey's in Center City, Philadelphia, this was on the jukebox, and some drunk from the laundromat next door would always come in and play it and then go back and do their wash.
Ugh.
Nightmare.
It's too bad.
So, yeah. So
There
that's
we
it
go.
for me. That's 1961. I hate it.
I hate it.
I hate coconuts. Yeah.
All right, so that's that. That's it for 1961. moving right along here. All right. Well, thank you for everybody who's been watching the videos, and thank you everybody for subscribing. And if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. And if you do subscribe, click the little bell because you're going to want notifications. Yeah.
If you subscribe, we'll send you these blueberries.
Yes.
You bet. We're coming back next week for 1962, and just make sure these are gone by then, man.
We'll see. I don't know. The preservatives may have.
Yeah.
The life of the preservatives may run out.
Well, it depends on one of the staff members that
No.
might eat them because they're going to be in the refrigerator in the back office. So
Oh, if they're not labeled, then yeah, they're gonna get.
maintenance dude's going to eat them. I
Yep.
know.
That's okay because we have these.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Fruity cereal Kit Kat.
It's Fruity Pebbles
Yeah.
crushed up inside
Which
of
I'm
there.
quite surprised that you would like.
We're all
that
full
screams
grown
Crystal
adult
would hate
people
it.
here.
Really? No, seriously, you think I would hate that?
You were always posting shit about like these weird ass.
Oh, it's a food abomination. Yeah.
Yeah,
for
yeah,
sure.
that's
Yeah,
yeah,
but
food abomination.
some food
But
abominations.
I love Fruity Pebbles.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I do like it.
But we digress.
Yeah, sorry.
We will see you next
Oh
year.
wait, Crystal.
Oh.
These are Fruit Loops.
Oh,
It's Fruit
see.
Loop flavored.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's what I meant to say. Fruit
Yeah.
Loops. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not Fruity Pebbles, Fruit Loops. But we digress.
Oh yeah.
We'll see you in
Bye-bye.
1962.
See you next
See you
week.
later.
52.